Hello and welcome back. My name is Stuffed, you son. Because I had an hour to kill before the video and I ate way too much. I'm struggling to breathe. My belt buckle is popping. Anyway, welcome back. Today, I kind of want to do Storm Disaster, honestly. This actually so much fun, but no. Today I'm gonna go back to Jarillo, do one of the 3 Jarillo quests that are left. This one, probably. Yeah, the Adventurous Moles. Search the area that might have pages of the book. Over there. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I want to break up the Storm Disaster episodes. I don't want to do too many of them in a row. At first I thought people might find them boring to watch. Because I figured, combat and Storm Disaster is something everyone does and everyone has seen a lot of. It's the quest that everyone's probably interested in to see, right? But according to my views, I think my Storm Disaster episodes are actually some of my more popular on average. For some reason, I'm not sure why. But I think I still want to break them up a bit. To pretend I have any semblance of pacing in this series. Anyway. I have red stuff on my screen. More people using my character. Wow. I am actually just getting bankrolled by Lisa this time, thank you. And an achievement. 2 even. Harvest Moon and Simulated Universe Storm Disaster. Capture trotters equal to or greater than 16 within 1 adventure domain. Which I believe is all of them. So I did do another hunt run because one of the quests for the Storm Disaster was to capture 2 of the different trotters in 1 plane. And it really just feels like a quest that you're supposed to do with hunt. So I did a hunt run and I did do that quest. It's finished and I got that achievement because I used Asta. Having learned from my barrel minigame success, I tried to use Asta on trotters and it worked surprisingly well. Turns out the trick is to just shoot the trotters from a distance so that you don't alert the other trotters. And then you can just shoot and alert a group at a time and then move on to a different group and so on until all of them are dead. Instead of just aggroing them all at once and having all of them scatter in different directions. I've also done Taverns of Corruption 400 times. Nice. Mostly because of the current... is it this one? Yes. Planner Ornament event where 21 runs of Tavern of Corrosion, or not Planner Ornament, Tavern of Corrosion. 21 runs of Tavern of Corrosion are tripled, which is insane. I have been farming for my Asta, though it's still not good enough. I kind of want to show progress updates. I have a pretty good headpiece. I decided to build my Asta as well for damage. I know some of these like recommended builds are more defensive and have like break effect and stuff. But I figured that Asta just does a lot of damage, especially if you use her in a team where you use her still a lot, which is an ideal team for her. She just does good damage, so I did build her for a DPS role. I have a 15 crit rate glove, that's pretty nice. This, which is okay. It's better than nothing, and the shoes also better than nothing. This is pretty much the last piece of the puzzle that I'm missing. I just need to get better shoes. Ideally with more crit rate, because her crit rate is still not the best. Although I guess this orb is not the best. Well, no, it's pretty good. I thought this was crit damage. No, this is crit rate. This is pretty good, yeah. And then I have this rope, which could be better, but it's okay. Decent build. Yeah, I did want more crit rate though. The crit rate is actually similar to my main characters, but my main character on physical anyway has a crit rate damage increase. Or no, a crit rate increase, what am I saying? Asta does not, so she needs a higher base crit rate. Okay, I'm back to my usual team today as well, that I had. Because it's funny having Sampo and Pella in one team. It's just a fun thing. So, I feel like I kind of want a bit of a recap. It's been a while. According to the table of contents of the Adventurous Moles, this story happened here. Would you find any pages here? Come to think of it, is it possible that the pages are hidden in this place where the story took place? Right, there was a story about a group of kids that went on adventures and stuff, and I guess this is it. Sure looks like it. And we're looking for scattered pages, and they're scattered for reasons I don't remember. But cool. The missing miner's lamp. Carbine, or carbon, probably carbon sounds more like a name, but carbine is an actual word, right? I'm gonna say carbon. Carbon and Pava were eavesdropping on the group's private chat when they were lifted up by a pair of gigantic hands, and Carbon was overcome with fear as his feet dangled in the air. Oh, that's a boy's name, okay. Weren't the boys like slightly evil or something in the story? I don't remember. Someone was slightly evil, I forgot. Pava, on the other hand, shifted his weight, kicked the miner in the stomach and jumped away. Only then did they notice the gigantic, towering miner. I was wondering what the gigantic hands were, but they were just hands of an adult, okay. What on earth are you little brats doing here? Pava's kick angered the tough and muscular miner, who huffed out. It's dangerous out here. You should be at home, not here. Hey, you two kids over there. Remember how I told you not to fall out of line? Betty donned her safety helmet, work gear, and gloves and transformed into a little miner. Oh. Betty's a kid who transformed into a miner? Like an adult miner, so she can pretend to scold the kids, maybe? I think that's what's happening here. Can you let me handle these two kids, big guy? I'll get them out of here. The two little moles understood Betty's words immediately. We are lost. Please take us back, sis. The burly man was a little hesitant, having never seen such a short miner before, but he didn't think too much about it. Keep an eye on your team. The mines are dangerous. The burly man turned and marched away, carrying a pickaxe heavier than Pava. I'm always the dependable one. What were you two eavesdropping on? Betty inquired confidently, pushing up her safety helmet. And I guess Betty is also a parallel to the actual mole, who apparently is capable of shape-shifting. Though have we seen that? I don't think we have, right? Or have we? Like, one brain cell in my head is showing me a scene where there was a guy that may have been, I forgot the kid's name, the second in command, shape-shifting, but I'm not sure if that's a real memory, if that's my brain just showing me random stuff that's unrelated. Anyway, where was I? Pava was about to point to the group's location when he realized no one was there anymore. What group? I recall them saying, "Let everything return to its rightful place. Let the stars return to the sky." So that's what it is, Carbon said after a brief moment of thinking and a glance at the wire mesh fence on the other side. Carbon appears to have discovered the secret. Dear readers, do you know what he should do? Mole tip: if you pay close attention to the surrounding miners' lamps, you'll be able to figure out the answer on your own. Rightful place, stars returning to the sky. Did it say that some rocks in the ceiling... Oh, as the sun has something to say. Since I found a missing page here, then the riddle about the miner's lamp should be up ahead. Oh. I was gonna say, the stars in the sky. Something was mentioned as the stars in the sky in the mines, wasn't it? Something glimmered on the roof like stars in the sky. I think that was mentioned somewhere. Or maybe I'm just thinking of Undertale. Oh, this one was just right here. Okay, very convenient. I wish Pertins would leave me alone though. Please, Pertins. I'm just minding my business. Let everything return to its original position. Does this mean that the miner's lamp is not in its original position? Oh. Never mind. I'm doing something, a puzzle. Was there a box there? Where I picked up the page? No. Yeah, don't mind me, little guy. Where should I bring it then? Telling me this is the quest area. Oh, it did say behind the wire. Oh, that makes sense, because all of the fences have... Sample tried to say something, the game cut him off. Good. The base of the lamp quietly... Okay. I forgot to read that in time. Stampo has started to repay his debt through the swarm runs, where he is the main DPS, but he hasn't repaid it yet. Boom, bountiful treasure. Ooh, nice.
No cash.
There was shield in there. Seems to be, oh yeah. Okay, discuss the results of the investigation with Julian. Okay, I found some treasure. Julian.
Wherever there is business, there is Sampo.
So silly. Hey Julian. Rival.
Where can I get some Snow White popping candy?
About... I don't think any of this is new. I sorted things out with Fursman. What's this? Oh, that's great. No wonder Hook made you an honorary member. Thank you, miss. But if everything's sorted, why has Hook been bawling her eyes out? Because a father and daughter's love knows no bounds. Or don't stick your beak into ladies' affairs. Sound advice. But yeah, that's what happened. Sounds like a lot. Sounds like lots of water under the bridge. I'll wait for Hook to be in a better mood before I ask her about it. Oh, Julian is smart, okay? He does not need my advice. After all, Firstman's problem is the mole's problem too. And as the mole's deputy, I really must praise you. Oh, trusty honorary member. Thank you, Julian. I also have some things to report.
Snow White popping candy.
Yeah? Okay. Wow, miss, I never expected you to actually find one of the pages of the Adventurous Moles. Miss, maybe you can track down all the rest of the remaining... damn it. Track down all the rest of missing pages with clues from the table of contents. The rest of missing pages, this kind of confused me, even though it makes sense. What benefits would there be if I find all the pages? Well, I would find all the pages, of course. Silly main character. It is true, I don't know where to look. I could probably read about it, but let's see if Julian has any hints. If you ask me again nicely, I might think about it. You cheeky little brat. I would like for there to be just an option. Actually, no hints, never mind. But this might be that option, but it's a bit too mean. Let's just say please. Fine, I'll be generous this time. But I don't know where to look either, otherwise I would have found them myself. What would I need you for? But seriously, miss, I'm actually starting to look forward to reading all those pages now. Please come and find me whenever you found them all. Okay, so Julian has no idea. Okay. Find the remaining treasures. Based on the table of contents, there are still 3 chapters hidden at Backwater Pass, Rivet Town, and the Silvermane Guard Restricted Zone, respectively. Okay. Is the quest tracking not gonna tell me where specifically? So it was Rivet Town. Oh, I actually have to pay attention myself. Nice. Oh, this is the missing miner's lamp. Preface or table of contents, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, here we are. Near the entrance. Okay, let's go to Rivet Town first. In a cave with storage shelves in Rivet Town. Cannot think of any caves in Rivet Town, though there is this hallway which is a bit secluded. Maybe this is close enough. There's some shelves here. No? Yes. The crates are the keys. Carbon rushed to hide behind the crates used to store geomarrow. They took Pava. This terrible thought kept echoing in his mind. Maybe we shouldn't have. Maybe we shouldn't. Apparently, overeating is more dire than I realized. Because it's clearly impairing my cognitive functions as well. Where was I? Maybe we shouldn't be looking for Drake's treasure in the first place. Drake's treasure. Okay. However, regret won't bring Papa back. Carbon needs to think of something to do to help. Why am I struggling to read? I'm just struggling to parse sentences. It's like my brain is lagging. I start reading and then I stop for no reason. Hopefully I can get used to it. Get in the rhythm of things. Betty placed her hand on Carbon's shoulder, trying to calm him down. Just a few days ago, they were eating sun cakes and talking about how to spend the holiday. Now they were involved in an unexpected conspiracy. Why did those who attend the gathering want the treasure? Where was Drake's underground hidden door? And what would they do to Pava? She couldn't answer any of these questions. Hold on. Betty picked up a piece of paper. It looked like something used by the school they went to, which meant it was left by Pava. There's something on the paper, and it's sticky. Sticky? It might be Pava's invisible ink. Carbon recalled the small things he made in the secret base and how he used invisible ink to write things down. If the text was written with brine, you heat the paper. If it was written with white candle, use charcoal powder to make the text visible. Let me have a go. And sure enough, the piece of paper carried secret information. Carbon moved the paper under the light of a miner's lamp, and a line of fragmented text appeared. Shelves, crates, arrange, same. Okay. Do I have to mirror some crates or something? The text was just some words pieced together, which was of no surprise given Pava couldn't see what he was writing. He had to make things simple and space out the letters. Betty gave it a quick... Damn it. My brain lagged again, sorry. I need to download more RAM. Betty gave it a quick thought, and it dawned on her that Pava was sharing clues that could lead to Drake's hidden door. The crates are the key. Opening the hidden door is easier than doing chores. Betty read with excitement. Dear readers, do you know what you should do? Mole tip: if you pay close attention to the shelves on both sides, you'll be able to figure out the answer on your own. Since the missing pages were found here, the riddles about the crates and shelves should be up ahead. Okay. Here-ish, I guess. So there's a shelf and there's a shelf. I see. How would I mirror? Let's take the crate on top. If I place it in the middle, is that a mirror? Oh, it's not mirrored, but it's just copied, which is what we want. Nice. The flat ground slowly bursts before you, and precious treasure still appears around as if it were rewarding a curious child. Nailed it. Nice. 1 out of 3. Or 2 out of 4. Nice, this is fun actually, I like this. I like it when quests actually... force is a strong word, but require you to actually read clues and assess where to go yourself. That part specifically, assessing where to go yourself instead of following a quest marker, are some of my favorite quests in these types of games. So it's nice to see one here. Okay, Rivet Town done. The rest are... And Boulder Town's Great Mine. Yeah, the rest are above ground. So let's go to Backwater Pass near the entrance of an open air cafe. I know exactly what that is referring to. Corridor Fading Echoes. No, Backwater Pass. It's here, I believe. Right? Yeah, that looks like it. Which way? I'm lost immediately. Okay. 12 credits, nice. I need all the credits. Oh, this is the cafe. I suppose I'll look around. On a box again? Tables? No. What's on the menu? Know what? Let me have a look. Bookshelf. Or actually, not bookshelf. Let's actually open up my bag. Where's the food items? I'm curious. What's like a famous Billabong dish? Rye, bread, soda, iceberg. Let's see. Rye, bread, soda. Maybe? But it wouldn't be one word, right? It's highly likely that this language is simply one-to-one, I feel. It's just you need to figure out which letter is what letter in a real alphabet, although it might not be one-to-one in English. In which case I would give up trying to solve it. I'm not finding anything actually. Is this the wrong place? Did I miss it somewhere? Maybe it's one of these more secluded tables here. No. Let me take a look at the hint again. Near the entrance of an open-air cafe. Well, this would be the entrance, and unless there's another, which there is. But this would be the entrance. Maybe there's another one. Or this is the entrance? No? Don't think there's another one here. On the bench? Ah, on the bench. Okay. The unexpected parchment. The old ceremony guard flask that Carbon was eyeing was hardly a valuable item. The moles looked around the auction hall, no one else raising their hand to bid in competition. Going once, going twice, sold. This old flask goes to the young boy with the glasses, said the auctioneer as he banged his gavel. You shelled out right. You shelled out 12 shield for a flask. I truly don't comprehend collector's taste like yours. Power scratched his curly hair. I still have the limited Silvermane Guard Festival edition of this flask at home, which I can sell to you for a low price. The moles paid, collected the antique flask, and exited the room. I'm a bit lost in the actual plot. Looks like they went to an auction and something weird happened, and then they had to run away. A continuous flow of people passed by the outdoor cafe. There had been an antique craze since the archaeological team made the great Adventurous Drake's will public, and everyone was hunting for clues to the invisible treasure chests. I guess I found 2 of them. It also irritated Carbon, an antique collector whose pastime had gotten more expensive. Look what I found in this kettle, a piece of parchment. Betty opened the kettle. No way. The paper references invisible treasure chests. But does that mean it has something to do with Drake? Shh. Poe suddenly lowered his voice and said, "Someone is watching us." Carbon pulled a reflective lens from his backpack. The lens reflected the side behind him. He saw no one pursuing the moles. Hey, why am I not seeing anything? Power may be physically strong, but that didn't mean he's a simpleton. He extended his hand, pointed to a location in the open-air cafe, and remarked, "It's there. There are lots of tables and chairs in the open-air cafe, but only that location may conceal a person." Carbon and Betty looked in amazement at the open-air cafe, and they quickly realized what Power was saying and were impressed by him. Do you know where he's pointing at, my young readers? Mole tip. If you pay close attention to the surrounding tables and chairs, you'll be able to figure out the answer on your own. So it's just one of the tables, I suppose? Since I found a missing page here, the riddle should be at the cafe up ahead. Click here. The open-air cafe, there's only one chair that stands out. Where is it? Oh, interesting. Looking for a unique chair. Well, this one's interactable. Oh, this one looks pretty unique. Lay it flat on the ground. Precious treasure suddenly appears before your eyes, as if it was waiting for a well-meaning person to put the chair back in place. Thank you very much, bountiful treasure. Oh, this quest is actually pretty rewarding. Nice. And finally, in the Silvermane God restricted zone, how did these pages get scattered? I'm very confused. So someone like set up a little puzzle game, I guess, for kids to do. Yeah, looks like whoever made the book just made a little puzzle for kids as well, but I guess it proved too much for the kids, so I'm kind of solving it for them and loading it for them. We're going to the... Oh, I wasn't actually paying attention where. That was the important part. And the trench is deep within the Silvermane Guard restricted zone, leading to the snow plains. Okay. None of the exits lead to the snow plains, and from what I remember. Huh. But it probably is referring to this exit. In the trenches. This doesn't look like a trench, merely a barricade. Let's see. Nothing here. Maybe there's somewhere here. This does look like a nice, messy place to hide something in. Not that I see anything. Trench. No. Jeopard, have you seen any pages from...
One should not roam wantonly around places of military importance.
Yeah, sorry, but it's really important that I find this mole's treasure. I know it's a military restricted zone, but the moles are maybe a military organization if you squint your eyes really, really hard. Okay, I don't think it's here. Okay, where else would it be? I don't remember there being any trenches anywhere in this place. Maybe it's here? This is the other exit, or well, entrance rather, but maybe it's here somewhere? But it kind of feels like it wouldn't make sense if it was here, because there's a lot of people here, right? Someone would have found it by now, if it were here. Okay, I'm running out of exits. I don't know where to go. Maybe there? did say still remain guard restricted zone, right? I'm not crazy. Yeah. Deep within. Well, alright, let me look around this area maybe. Pella, investigate it for me, please. I need help. Oh, Major. It's poppin' Major. We meet again, Drill Master, as you saw. I have to say, meeting you has been my greatest honor. I'd love to capture lots more data about your heroic combat moves. Those cursed engineers are always formatting my hard disk whenever having the slightest glitch, but I won't let them get away with it. Good for you, Major. Major, you sound kind of sentient. You should maybe contact Svarog and Clara. Although, it's kind of weird because for robots, having their memory wiped is also a very healthy thing. So I guess it's their own choice. Okay, I am out of ideas. I don't know where to go. I've checked just about everything except for like this corridor and maybe like inside of here. I could have scraped the walls a bit more, but I feel like everything else I have checked. But maybe it's referring to the still remain guard restricted zone in a more literal sense. This place is called the still remain guard restricted zone, but the actual restricted zone by the still remain guards extends further into this and so on. And this goes to Everwinter Hill, which is kind of a snow plain, so maybe it's over there, is what I'm thinking. That's the current working theory. This kind of resembles a trench, I suppose. Let me go look. Okay, I don't think that was it. I've looked around here. Okay, this one has me a bit stumped, I will admit. Maybe I did miss something in this still remain guard restricted zone. Trace clues hidden in the trenches deep within the still remain guard restricted zone leading to the snow plains. So this references two areas. Maybe I should be looking in the snow plains. Although the paper is very hard to spot, so maybe I simply missed it in the still remain guard restricted zone. But I just don't really know where that could be. Let's see, if I go to the snow plains, there's no real trenches in the snow plains either. Or does it connect to the restricted zone? This extra hint of it connecting to the snow plains confuses me greatly. Leading to the snow plains. There's no part of that place that leads to the snow plains. Well, I'll just look around this place some more. Maybe I simply missed it.
Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
Please, Julian. Please help.
Where can I get some Snow White popping?
So you want to know where you can find the rest of the missing pages? Well, since you asked so nicely, I'll tell you all about it. But don't come blame me if I get anything wrong. There are still 3 more chapters listed in the Adventurous Moles table of contents. Which one do you want to ask about? I think it's this one. Treasure hunt on the battlefield. Yes, this one specifically. The Silvermeat Guard restricted zone, is that their base? If it leads to the snow plains, that would be right in the deepest part of the base? Don't even try to ask me more, I wouldn't know. You probably should go there to take a look for yourself and you'll find out soon enough. Okay, maybe it is just at the machine, because that is a place I have not checked. It's just maybe here. I did look around this place though. I scoured the corners, as I usually do. Yeah, nothing here. Okay, maybe it's just at the machine. And boom, paper, book, page, come on, please, no. Damn it, it's not here. Okay, well, other than this, the deepest trenches would be just in there, but I didn't find anything there, unless I'm just really blind and I missed it. I've never looked up here. It's a cool looking bridge. It's half floating, yeah. I suppose this used to be a bridge. Oh, it's one of those bridges that extends from the center of the city that look really cool. I suppose this is the weakness of my favorite quest type, where you're supposed to figure things out where to go on your own. Because maybe I'm just stupid and then I cannot figure out where to go. But surely I can find it if I just scour every corner, right? Oh my god. You know, I was just thinking about how I'm afraid to look it up, because I'm afraid it will be another Wababu situation where, you know, I just failed to look up, and wouldn't you know it, it's the exact same thing. I decided to come back here because this is the command post, surely it's here somewhere. And yes, it is. Oh my god. Okay, who put this? Like, what is happening? Why? I need to start questioning this, because this is supposed to be like a little fun game for children. Who is putting these notes in restricted zones and Rivet Town and the corridor of fading echoes? Like, are you trying to get children killed, author? I'm about to stomp my feet in rage. Okay, I'll read it. Don't let them get away. The gathered crowd shouted incessantly from behind the moles as these greedy criminals pursued them. The little moles rushed right into the Silvermeat Guard restricted zone, not stopping at all. When the three little moles turned around, they saw the pursuers beyond the restricted zone stomping their feet in rage. Pao's uncle was a Silvermeat Guard's officer, and with his help, the little moles made their way to the camp's depths, the location where Drake's treasure had hinted. I'm not heartless, Pao, but couldn't you get your uncle to arrest all those bad guys? Carbon was still enraged. They kidnapped you, which is against the law. Okay, so these were the people that kidnapped Pava, and they got Pava back, nice. Don't worry, they're not getting away with it. Pava's uncle had helped the moles countless times in perilous situations, and he was their most dependable collaborator. Leave these things to us adults. Oh, this is Pava's uncle talking, I guess. Your adventure is still one step away from being completed. Go, finish it. The industrious and smart soldier will check the 4 gun stands every day to make sure there are exactly 3 guns per stand, no more and no less. Betty read from Drake's last message. Would someone really bury treasure in the restricted zone? Papa's uncle never believed in the invisible treasure because this was where the army was stationed. Neither Drake from hundreds of years ago nor anyone centuries in the future could have buried unknown treasures in the middle of the army. That's what I thought too. Since it's an invisible treasure, there has to be a means to find it. Carbon paused for a moment, convinced that he already knew where the invisible treasure was hidden. Have you got any ideas on how he will find the treasure, my young readers? If you pay close attention to the decorations nearby, that fits the decorations. Those are not decorations. That fit the description of 3 guns, you'll be able to figure out the answer on your own. Since I found the missing pages here, the riddles about the trenches and weapons should be up ahead. More like barricades. Okay, so there are these weapon racks. But that's only 2 guns. Put it on the rack, that's 3, much better. It's not a gun. No guns with Shepherd. That's a gun, 3, very good, investigate. There are guns placed up on the gun rack. This is just like in the book, so I'd better leave it alone. Indeed. I feel, oh, there's one. There was actually one next to Shepherd, I'm just blind. Okay, pick up a nearby gun, put it on the gun rack. That's not a gun rack. Missing one more. Is this a gun rack? Should I be placing guns on it? Oh, there's a gun rack. And put it on. There we go. Finally, the sandbags seemingly placed at random give off a mechanical sound and the precious treasure suddenly appears before your eyes as if it were encouraging diligent troops. And me. The 4th little mole is me, I guess. The Tale of Moles. 2 achievements for the price of 1. They're having a bulk sale today. Very nice. Tale of Moles. Collect all the Adventurous Moles, which means I've completed the book. And find all hidden treasures in the mission at the Adventurous Moles. I thought there was supposed to be one, like, big final treasure, though. I will go report my progress to Julian, though. Still have the pages here. Okay. Julian, I did it. I'm the 4th mole now. I'm rising up the ranks.
Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
Snow White popping candy.
Okay. Wow, did you really find them all? Hey, isn't there a page of postscript you haven't found yet? Who reads the postscript anyway? No, I don't know where to find it. I happen to have the postscript here. There you go, take it. Now you have collected the whole book of the Adventurous Moles. Great job. Oh, I got the achievement a bit early, I guess. You did great, miss. I myself wouldn't have the patience to find all these missing pages. Where did you find this postscript? I didn't find it. I've been going on adventures with moles every day. I don't have the time to look for the Adventurous Moles. The postscript was given to me by my big sister Natasha. Oh, I don't think she's actually your big sister. You happen to be missing it, so I gave it to you. Thanks, Julian. You are a worthy rival and a good friend. Surely you're not that impatient. Huh? Everyone knows that kids are all impatient. Besides, the author writes very slowly. I don't know how long I'll have to wait for the next book. Wait, didn't Natasha write this? Natasha, are you sending children to Rivet Town, the restricted zone, and the corridor of fading echoes? Are you crazy? I have a question for you. The more I look forward to something, the longer I have to wait. Is time being slowed down by expectations? Expectation does make waiting longer. No, the author's just being lazy. I don't like either of these options because, I don't know, saying this just kind of gives the advice to Julian to just not be excited about things, which doesn't sound good, but I don't want to call the author lazy. Actually, yes I do. I'm mad at the author. How dare you? I see. It seems that I just made an excuse for adults. Don't you want to read the whole book? I do want to read it, but it's boring if it's just me by myself. Oh miss, since you've already collected all the pages for the Adventurous Moles, why don't we bundle them up and give them to a publisher? That way all children in Bellabog can read it. Great idea, including you. Go on then, the moles and I can't wait to see the new book getting published. Nika the publisher. Nika's a publisher. Let me read the postscript though. What does it say actually? The moles are brilliant and strong. The moles take the reins. The moles will solve the mystery, no matter how difficult it is, and Drake's invisible treasure is nearing its conclusion. The three little moles displayed their investigative skills again in this adventure, and of course, you, our fourth little mole, are the most important contributor to the adventure. Yeah, I don't think Natasha actually wrote this. I think I made that up on the spot. Young readers who have read The Adventurous Moles know that this is only the beginning of their exploits, and the little moles have many more adventures ahead of them. Drake, the story's great adventure, is content with a fantastic adventure, even if it is only once in a lifetime. However, such an adventure is not enough for our young readers. What gives me the right to say such a thing? Is it because I'd like to keep selling books? Of course, this is a factor, but more importantly, I want to give my young readers the experience of adventure without the peril of it. I don't want you to meet any bad guys in real life, and I don't want you to be trapped in a crisis like the three little moles. Parents frequently write to me, I don't want my children to read your stories anymore because they will just follow the moles and embark on dangerous adventures. Such letters often baffle me. If I were irresponsible enough, I would tell them, give it a shot, humans are supposed to go on adventures. However, given the parents' concern, I would respond, the safest adventure I can think of is merely going on an adventure at home by reading a book without taking any risks. What, not even such an adventure is permitted? Authors are notorious for complaining about their hardships in the postface of their works, so please forgive me if I do the same. I suppose it is a tradition. You followed in the footsteps of the three little moles in this adventure story, even though you did not encounter the dreadful gatherers. After all, I made it up, but you used their curiosity and ingenuity to complete the best adventure, right? That is precisely what I am looking for. I want to congratulate you on finishing your adventure once again, and please allow me to shout out the moles slogan. The moles are brilliant and strong. The moles take the reins. I need to find this person and have some strong words. Where do I find Nika the publisher in the administrative district? That makes sense. In fact, now that you mention it, I remember her.
Do you need me to formulate the next plan?
Hey.
Please help me lift the ban on Tale of the Winterlands.
Didn't it already get lifted? I collected all the Adventurous Moles. Huh? Do you mean the Adventurous Moles, the book? Could you let me have a look at it first, please? I never thought this would be real. I loved reading the Adventurous Moles when I was a kid, especially the bits about the rainforest and the desert. If those things really existed. Oh, as if those things really existed. In the real world, there's only snow outside. They do exist. Buried somewhere underneath there. Maybe you'll uncover it. There are so many readers who are just like you, believing these writings to be real-life events. Okay, relax. But hey, that's the charm of children's stories. I do want to put together and publish The Adventurous Moles Hidden Treasure. I know you're not the author, so I can't pay out any royalties to you, but here's a little something for you, take it. Oh, and I got a nice final reward, yes. So there was sort of a final treasure finding thing to find the postscript, basically. Nice. Okay, that was a fun quest. That was my favorite, I think, just fun quests out of all of them. That was just really fun. I wish I didn't mess that poster up on the wall, but I did. Let's see, what else is left in Jarillo? There's this Vessel of Mediocrity 3, which for some reason is not finished and also gives me a paper. You helped Cyril to find eternal peace until she's brought back by the Fragmentum again. But you hunger for answers deep inside. How did she turn into a tortured phantom? Why was she bound by these mysterious armory boxes? Okay, I do wonder what the connection with those are. You have to find someone familiar with Belobog's history to get to the bottom of this. Go to the overworld and find someone well versed in history. Well, that would be Pilla, I guess. Or a random administrator would probably do the job as well. Hello, Manya.
Make an appointment and take a number.
I've taken an appointment. I've taken a number. Oh, look at that. The number is 1. It's my turn. Hey, do you know about the Supreme Guardian Cyril? Do you mean Cyril the Fool? Of course, I mean, anyone who studied a little history has heard of her, right? Apparently Dunn has not. What made you suddenly interested in this piece of ancient history? I don't have the time for random trivia right now. There's a huge stack of documents on my desk waiting for my approval. I'm not sure you have a desk, Manya. You just stand here all day, every day, forever. I brought something back from Cyril. Is this some kind of sick joke? Okay, I guess taking a look won't rob me of much time. Yeah, you're not actually busy, that's just an excuse. What is it? Let me have a check, would you? It's... this... I'm flabbergasted. You might have just found an incredible antique item. I'm not even sure what I'm holding. Based on the Belobog conventions for the preservation of ancient relics, any antiques found by civilians must be turned over to the architects for proper preservation. I will have to hold on to this ornament that you found. Huh? But that is robbery, no? I got it from Cyril. I'm not even sure what I got, but I got it from Cyril. No. That's robbery. Relax, I won't leave you empty-handed. I'm highly confident that this thing is an authentic relic. I'm sure you'll be compensated handsomely. That's right. Do you know much about Belobog's history? You can find out more about Cyril the Fool in this pamphlet. Take it as a souvenir from the administrative department. No, what did I lose? What did I give her? I would have traded it for the book, of course, but... what did I give her? I have no idea. I hope it wasn't too important or memorable.
Make an appointment and take a number.
Do you want to talk about... no. Okay. I was wondering if she wanted to talk about Cyril immediately. That is not where I read books. Bookshelf. Oh, it won't say new, will it? Cyril. Cyril the Fool. Cyril, often called Cyril the Fool by later generations, is the 8th Supreme Guardian of Belobog. Cyril was born in a remote suburb of the Belobog overworld. Orphaned as a young girl, she lived with her sister, Cyrilla, who's 1 year old. Oh wow, I thought she was way older. I got the impression, but that was not the case at all. Who's 1 year older than her. Cyril's childhood was rather uneventful. However, her sister Cyrilla was a child prodigy, displaying amazing proficiency at an early age for language, math, and logic. Cyrilla passed the public service test when she was 11. Public service test, and was officially selected as an heir to the Supreme Guardian. However, just on the eve as the architects were about to relocate her residence to Clepoth Fort, she mysteriously disappeared. Yeah, she was definitely disappeared by Stefan. After days of searching without luck, most architects wanted to give up the search and start the heir selection process anew. But the Minister of Internal Affairs, Stefan Marquez, was firmly opposed and strongly pushed for Cyrilla's sister Cyril to take over as heir to the Supreme Guardian. Weird. That's immediately suspicious, like... but yes, he was too high up for him to be investigated. Stefan Marquez claimed that during his long-term contact with the two sisters, he discovered that Cyril was as talented as her sister. Moreover, delaying the heir selection process any longer would impact Belobog's political stability due to the recency of Supreme Guardian's untimely death. Oh, something bad happened to the 7th Guardian. After heated internal debate, the architects finally approved Stefan's proposal, allowing Cyril to become the new heir. History has shown us that Cyril's appointment was a carefully planned hoax by the Minister of Internal Affairs, Stefan Marquez. The architects quickly realized that Cyril was extremely mediocre compared to her sister Cyrilla, and was clumsy in social situations. Minister Marquez's power grew stronger by the day during Cyril's tenure, and his thugs soon retained absolute discretion throughout the Path Forth as they issued their draconian decrees. The nickname Cyril the Fool spread throughout the people, and they grew more and more dissatisfied with this puppet Supreme Guardian and her ministerial allies. In the 14th year of her tenure, rebels among the architects hatched a secret plot to overthrow Stefan and his cronies. The rebels won over the Silvermane Guard's captain and planned... So the military basically took over, and planned on luring Cyril and Stefan to the Silvermane Guard restricted zone where they could launch a coup. That day, the Supreme Guardian Cyril attended the military exercise as expected, but the rebels never found any trace of Stefan Marquez. The captain played them at their own game, dispatching a fake patrol of Silvermane Guards into the restricted zone with Cyril and pushing her into an arsenal chest. The guards then rushed to the far north of Belobog and under cover of darkness shoved the unconscious Supreme Guardian in the arsenal chest over the edge of the cliff. Wow, it was way more... Well, sort of more and less brutal. I thought she just got, like, mobbed down and just, like, stabbed to death by a bunch of angry people. But it was kind of more and less cruel, in a way. She was knocked out, stuffed into a box, and thrown off a cliff. Wow. The rebels carried out the search operation for 3 days and 3 nights in Belobog, but never found any trace of Minister Stefan Marquez. To this day, people still attribute the death of the 7th Supreme Guardian and the disappearance of Cyrilla to Marquez's political conspiracy. Oh. That makes... All that connection makes a lot of sense. I didn't pick up on it. A claim that, according to Belobog historians, to this day remains inconclusive and unproven, yet highly likely. Yeah, that would make sense. Because Marquez approached Cyril before she took on the mantle, or before there was even talk about that. He approached them very early, so presumably before the 7th Guardian died. And then when Stefan had enough claws, enough grip on Cyril, he killed the 7th, killed Cyrilla, and then put Cyril in power. Absolutely evil. I feel unsatisfied not knowing what happened to him. At the very least, he should be stuffed in a box and thrown off a cliff too. I just hope Cyril will not just keep getting brought back by the Fragmentum, even though I know it's not the real her. It's kind of weird. I wonder if there's a concept of souls in this universe, and if the Fragmentum actually not only copies the physical body, but the soul as well. Or maybe takes the soul. Who knows? I did think I had a 3rd quest in Jarillo, but I'm not really seeing it. Let's see, Golden Gears, Gencho, Lofu, Space Station. Okay, apparently I only had 2. And yet, I'm missing 2 papers. No. Why am I missing papers? No. Oh, I'm missing so many papers. Oh, the Adventurous Moles hidden treasure. And I don't have a page. Okay. I have so many missing things. Request for request for provisions. Like, what is happening? Wild Bite did not approach. Summary of some robot's life. Hook's Ethereum War secrets. I want to find that. Okay, I think it might be time for me to run around the whole entire place and hopefully find what I've missed. I'm starting with the Ethereum Zone, which is called the Old Weapons Testing Ground. I guess this is a run around everywhere episode. I'm off. Concealed box. Box has been tucked away in an obscure corner, and its lid has been left open as if it was tampered with. As you open the box, you're greeted with a mess of photos, and they're all of you. What? These photos showcase you from various angles, and there are even a lot of close-ups of your face. Okay, maybe... Oh, I saw the word intense passion. I was gonna say, I was participating in the main battles, maybe it was just a journalist. But no, obviously the photographer must have taken these photos with intense passion. But that's it, no further explanation given? Wow, okay. I wonder who it was. Hopefully not you. Wait, mysterious stranger. Which one? Hey, when are you going to have that done? Are you talking to me? Yes, I've been waiting here ages. Give me my game rewards. But this whole time you've just been staring at... Oh, what a coincidence. I had no idea you'd be here too. This game is getting more tedious by the day. Each time I want rewards, I have to spend ages fighting in the arena. Oh, I see your ether spirits are all really highly trained. Do you have any tips you can give me? Play 8 hours a day is a great tip. Really change how... You really know how to change a topic. Yeah, just spend a lot of time. You'll just get better a bit. Why does that feel like a real job? Well, there's not much difference. The only difference is that if you enjoy it. I see, you mean that you only became this strong through hard work and perseverance, correct? So inspiring, so great. This is the spirit that I want to adopt. Did you take those photos of me? Please keep up your hard work. My money's still on you for next season. There's gonna be a next season, I want to be there. And she's gone. Maybe I have to like keep finding her. Weird. Okay, I did not find any hooks tips around here. So, I know this might sound like a crazy idea, but what if Hook's tips are next to Hook? Insane, I know. Boulder Town. Let's check.
It's still early.
Hook.
Where to now?
You have a book for me? You have Ethereum Wars tips?
Now, where should I venture today? No, okay. Hey, look
No
up.
matter how busy one is, there's always time to train.
How about the friendly spar? What do you say? Oh, this is new. I have no interest in bullying someone who's injured. I don't think you would appreciate that. I don't fight for free. Sure. I knew you'd say that. Rumor has it that the great hero of Billabong is stingy. Stingy, not stingy. Looks like those rumors about you are true after all. I mean, yes, but I don't appreciate there being rumors about that. Perhaps I should be a better person. Or I could silence the one who's spreading these rumors. With a bribe. A small bribe, that is, though. Such a shame that you're not in the mood for a spar. Fine, let's fight next time. No more excuses. Ha, let's have a chat though. Chat? Sure thing. You don't get to chat with a great hero every day. Are you the champion of the 28th time... What? Are you the champion of the 28th time fighting champion? I guess that would mean, did you defeat the 28th time fighting champion? Huh? I didn't think you'd remember the number so well. Don't mention it. It's nothing compared to what you've done for Billabong. To be honest, I didn't enjoy the tournament for fame or recognition. Sounds a bit deliberately modest, huh? But trust me, I mean it. Are you fighting for Scott? Scott? Oh, you mean the boss of the club? No, I don't really know him well. Good. To be frank, I'm not even a fan of his rules, especially the ones about agents and all that. I prefer to focus on my own strength and abilities and not worry about all that fancy stuff. That's right. That's the true alpha mindset. Do not follow the rules of others. Make your own rules and others will follow you. Something like that. But yeah, screw Scott. Good. What's Wildfire been up to lately? Thanks to you guys, our work has been a lot easier lately. Of course, we don't slack off on our daily patrols, and sometimes we help the neighborhood resolve conflicts. Oh, and we need to hold some joint exercises with server main guard soon. Nice. I mustn't forget about that. Your trial was special. I'm not sure what it's referring to. Ah, you mean the match between me and Svarog? Oh yes, that one. It was special indeed. That match had a lot of meaning to me. Such a shame that I didn't win the fight, or at least tied. I promised Margie that... never mind. Svarog is indeed an awesome fighter. I guess I'll have to work harder if I want to best him. The strongest fighter. Until next time, Luca. Take care, Luca. You're a cool guy. Svarog declared it a tie. Oh, can I buy anything with shield? I have a bit of shield, yeah. Oh, actually I have a lot of shield, okay. Never mind, I'll take that. And that. Nice. And the rest of this. I've done it. I've cleared the shop, I think. That's the final one. Yeah, I did it. Nice. Finally. Should have done that a long time ago. Mole's sidekick. Huh? It's almost time for everyone to meet up. Why aren't they here yet? Kid is mumbling something. She looks like she's waiting for someone. You aren't quite sure if you have seen this kid before, but she does seem very familiar. You're certain that at some point in your life you've also met a kid with a similarly sly expression written all over her face. Are you waiting for someone? Ah, you're the honorary member, aren't you, Miss Asison? What are you doing here? Oh, I know. You're the person Boss Hook called to play hide and seek with us, am I right? Let's wait together here for the others to arrive. You know what, sure. Oh wow, everyone's here, nice. Oh, looks like everyone's here. We'll decide who's it by rock, paper, scissors. Rock, paper, scissors. I didn't expect I would be it. Boss Hook is so scary. A more cunning child. Looks like it's time to go into serious mode. Not very cunning child. Boo-hoo, the game's basically over already. Run as fast as you can, find somewhere to hide. But that's all pointless, for I, Pitch Dark Hook the Great, will find every last one of you. Ha 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 ha. I'll say it again. The play area starts from this intersection all the way to the plaza. Hiding anywhere else is against the rules. From this section to the plaza. Oh, that's not a lot of spots. I'm gonna hide behind this mail place. There's a hiding spot. Wow, she's tempting a lot. Yeah, I suppose I will go there. Here would be decent, I guess. You fix your eyes on this narrow alley. To be honest, you've been wanting to explore it for a while now, but the sense of justice in your heart forbids you from stepping into this place. Perhaps now would be an opportunity to check it out for the purpose of hide and seek. You aren't sure if this is against the rules or not, but it really is quite a hidden location. It's a small alley, the kind that has been blocked off naturally. Anyone would want to go explore what's in there. Yes, just for the sole purpose of touching that place. You make the decision quickly. The way you see it, there's absolutely no way you would find a more secluded hiding spot in all of Boulder Town. With this thought in mind, you hop over the rusted fence and make your way into the pitch black alley. Oh, I'm just chilling here. Okay. You would assume that something incredible was going on here. Maybe there would be a tall, thin bandit with wiry limbs and wearing a white skin-tight suit, wandering around on stilts while committing crimes. Mostly I expected that just insane rambling guy to have been correct and not insane. That's what I expected. Or perhaps the ally would contain a burly figure wearing a black from head to toe with a mask and a solid black cape. Their voice would be deep, as if it was smoked by hot geomarrow mines, and they would dispense justice in the dark streets of Boulder Town as a vigilante. What would the Boulder Town Batman be called? Boulder Man. Oh, that's awful. Unfortunately, you find none of that. You feel disappointed and instead squat on a pile of crates, rocks in a corner waiting for Boss Hook to catch you. 3, 2, 1. Ready or not, here I come. Yes, she ran the other way. Oh no, she's coming back. Haha, the only one left is Essuson. Where are you hiding? I'm going to find you. 1 hour later. She found everyone else in 2 seconds. Takes an hour to find the main character. Honorary member, you've hidden yourself too well, but I'm not going to give up so easily. 3 hours total. I see I should come out at this point for my own sake, if not Hook's. Did she go home already? 3 hours later. 6 total. Whatever, we're stopping the game here. Moles dismissed, sleep well and see you tomorrow. Hey, time to go home. Looks like the children are already set to go home, even though they haven't found you yet. Of course, this could just be a ploy to lure you out. Kids who manage to get recognition from Boss Hook and join the moles are definitely anything but ordinary. So what are you going to do? Will you go home with the children and go to bed, or will you prove to them that you won't take the bait? Let's test my patience, I suppose. Why play if you don't intend to win? Stay hidden, even though I've already won. You play to win. That's the basic code of conduct for any professional player. Hide and seek is no exception. And so you remain silent, having decided to remain hidden in the darkness of the alley. For days, weeks, game over. I fell asleep in the alley. Oh, you're finally awake, sleepyhead. Let me start off by apologizing. Have you said something like that before? How did I get here? It's a long story. Natasha brings you up to speed. The point is, when Sampo brought you to the clinic, you were already on death's door. I thought he was up to no good again. How was I at death's door? Also, Sampo, really? Out of all people. Luckily, it was just because you hadn't eaten for 3 days. Ah, that's fine. You can not eat for 3 days. Although if you don't drink water for 3 days, that's a lot worse. Looks like you've pretty much bounced back. Congratulations. Thanks for saving me, Dr. Chest, because I haven't eaten for 3 days. Maybe the Stellaron adds an extra layer of hunger, which, you know, would check out, because the protagonist of any story always needs to have a big stomach, right? And the Stellaron is the Trailblazer's excuse for having that. Maybe. Thanks for saving me, Doctor. That's my job. If you want to thank someone, you should no. Fine. We'll call it even. Fine. Fine. You know what? Fine. Fine. Sampo's officially forgiven. On request of Natasha and on merit of saving me. We're officially even. Don't ruin this, Sampo. Just remember, when you play with Hook and the others next time, you don't need to play like it's a battle of wills. You need to take care of yourself. Don't forget. Thank you, Natasha. I got stuff for that though.
Are you hurt? Let me take a look.
Okay, thank you. Alright. Well, that was fun. Will Hook now give me her secret Ethereum board strategies? Probably not, but I'll check.
Addie's honorary member.
Doesn't look like it. Very well. I'm back to searching. Okay, I've looked everywhere around Boulder Town and I did not find Hook's strategies paper. And I have no idea where to look further for that. So instead I'll try to look for that kids robot diary journal thing, because I remember there was one in the robot settlement here-ish. So maybe there's another one around here somewhere now. Or maybe I missed it, so I'll go look for that now. Oh my god. There's a barrel there. How do I...
Quiet.
Branya.
I appreciate.
No, I don't think I can shoot it. And I don't think I can get to it either. I want to shoot it so bad. Picks this Clara. Oh, that's so cute. Go say hi. Oh, these must be the robot fights Clara was talking about. They're right in front of your house? That's awful. Why are they right in front of her house? I guess because Svarog doesn't care. Oh. Wow, Clara hates them and they're right in front of her house. That's awful. Okay, never mind. I have not found anything in the robot settlement either. Either I'm very unobservant or I'm missing something very big. I can actually, not this. I can actually check if there are any quests I'm missing in the Fates Atlas. So let's see, once more. No quests here. All of these are done. All of that is done. Part 2. That's all done. Oh wow, the Adventurous Moles was a very early quest. This is all done. But this is just all the museum stuff. This doesn't have any bonus quests. This is the event, it is done. That is it. I'm missing so many papers though. So many. Maybe they're all in like administrative district and I can buy them as books now or something.
It's still early.
It's my hope.
Where to now?
Extra! Extra!
Nothing new there. But you, Fizz.
Feel free to look around.
Please. Yes, there's a new one. Oh, the whole collection. Yes, thank you. The Adventurous Moles Super Grown-Up Edition. The most recent installment in Bella Box's popular children's adventure book series, Hidden Treasure. Okay. Nice. Well, there's one thing at least. That's not where the books are. It's probably all the same. Oh yes, I got the achievement. Buy the Adventurous Moles Hidden Treasure from the Bellabog Book Merchant. I did do that. Where's the bookshelf? Should say new this time. Or it could not, I suppose. Oh, there it is. I assume this is all the same, yeah. Postface is new, but I did read it. Yep, alright. I'm struggling. Oh, it's okay. Only 3 left now. Request for provisions. A request for form for provisions. It seems the Great Mine supervisors are relatively lenient to the miners' material wants. So this is probably in the Great Mine. Ethereum War Secrets. Where do I find this? Won't bite, will bite, do not approach. Probably a summary of some robot's life. You would think this is in the robot settlement, but I just looked there and I found nothing. Also still missing one of these. Musicians of Belobog. So many. 4 books I'm missing, at least. Oh god, this guy is back. Smiling man. Hey guy, how are you? I've been behind the gate. It's not as bad as you made it out to be. An odd man stands stiffly behind the frigid iron gate. His smile is a rigid one. You think you've seen him before, but that, or he has. You frightened the socks off me the last time. Hello, welcome to Belobog's back alley. His smile is stiff as a board. I thought you hated this place. I never hated the back alley. No one hates the back alley. His smile is stiff as a board. What was going on before then? Could you have been gotten by that thing? Listen to me, miss. The back alley wishes to see a bigger Belobog. Please open the gate for us. His smile is stiff as a board. You know what, sure. You're a thoughtful one. The captain has the key to this iron gate. His smile is stiff as a board. I'd better send a message to ask Jeopard. Jeopard, help. Do you know of an insane man? Can you help me open the gate as well? Behind the theater. They say you have the key. What? There's no alley behind the theater. What back alley? What do you mean, Jeopard? Your attention is focused on your phone screen when you suddenly feel something off with the man behind the gate. Yes, you're absolutely positive that he just flashed you an exaggerated, unnerving grin. But when you look up to ask him what exactly is going on with this back alley, this eccentric man has already vanished. In your mind, all memories of this back alley are seemingly being quickly purged. You already can't recall many details, but of one thing you are certain. His smile is as stiff as a board. The Mandela effect, what do you mean? Jeopard, are you in on this? Is this a prank? Am I being pranked? Where's the camera? What? There's a huge alley. Well, it's more of a street at that point. Maybe that's what he's talking about. What? Contact Belobog's back alley. What do you mean contact the back alley? The Mandela effect. The Mandela effect is when... What was it? It was when you feel like everyone else lives in a different reality from you, right? That's the Mandela effect. When you remember a detail of the past completely differently from everyone else, even though it's bright as day and clear as day in your mind, right? So what does that imply? That this alleyway doesn't exist even though I clearly see it, according to everyone else. But there's people there. Are the people fake? What is happening? Also, what is that? Oh, I bet if I knew the language, all the secrets of the alley would be revealed to me. That was absolutely terrifying though. What do you mean the back alley doesn't exist, Shepard? Explain yourself. Or better yet, come in person and pick me up. I'm scared.
Has someone taken that file?
Ooh, how's the matter regarding the corrupt guards? Oh, that has been taken care of properly. Those captured are merely small fries. After meeting their confessions, they were sent to the Silvermane Guard military court to be court-martialed. I've dispatched some guards to assist the Minister of Justice in the investigation of this corruption case. The Minister handles cases with an iron fist, so I suppose it won't be long before they get to the bottom of this. What if the Minister isn't on this? Wouldn't be the first time. Anyway, we've done everything we need to do. There's no need to worry about what happens next. You're a great intelligence officer though, Pella. Thanks for the compliment. Your help has played a crucial role in this matter. We really appreciate it. Still, please bear in mind that with great power comes great responsibility. I'll come to you if I'm in trouble again. Okay, no problem.
Has someone taken that file?
I would be happy to help you. But how's Molly after that incident? Shouldn't you ask her directly? I did, but I just want to have a chat with you. I don't know her that well, so I find it hard to ask her. I just want to chat with you. What's the problem? Are you unhappy to see me? Please say something. Sorry, I'm just kidding. No, what's the problem? Your tone is annoying. That's it. We should just talk about Molly. Molly's looking more spirited. What did I do? I'm sorry for wanting to talk to you. It won't happen. I guess it will. I'll try to keep it in check. Molly's looking more spirited ever since she started working as Serval's assistant at the workshop. Back at the technology division, if Molly wasn't already in a quarrel with someone, she'd be on her way to one. She was always so on edge. I'm glad to see her slowly brighten up. Of course, much of it was thanks to you. Nice, good to hear. Though I didn't, or I couldn't help but notice, but you didn't have a free book for me. So back to the Honkai go.
Welcome to Belobog.
Oh my god. I did think we did have a match with Hook here, so maybe it's here. And it is. How did I miss this? I'm embarrassed. That's such an obvious spot. How did I not check this when I was looking through this place earlier? Oh my god. Okay, well, at the very least, finally, Hook's secret techniques are mine. Well, where are they? There they are. The gaming experience of a mysterious master gamer. Scrawled a piece of paper covered in messy handwriting. This is an Ethereum Force secret guild guide left by Pitchdark Hook the Great. Just follow what is written and one day you will become a master of Ethereum Wars. Pick Ether Spirits with a type advantage against the opponent when fighting. Praise your Ether Spirit often. Seek out opponents at your level. When you see an attack coming, remember to loudly warn your Ether Spirit to dodge. This is just Pokemon advice. Decorate your terminal beautifully. It's best to use Geomarrow ore. If you come across Hook the Great of the Moles, remember to shout Pitchdark Hook the Great. Collect 151 Ether Spirits. Do 100 sit-ups a day. If none of this works, just recite the name Pitchdark Hook the Great 10 times and offer up 1 pack of Snow White popping candy every Wednesday to the moles. Absolutely will do that. And I will become unstoppable. But maybe once a month or a week. How about a couple packs per week? It still feels like a lot. Oh. Yes, here it is. As expected, it was in the mines. Give me that bookshelf. I missed it. Request for provisions. request form for provisions. It seems the great mind. Yes. Wow, it's big. Request for provisions, April week 1. This week's collection of supplies request has begun. Please fill out the application form on a separate sheet of paper for workers in need, stating the required supplies and put them in the request collection box. Please follow the following format while filling out the form. Name, required supplies, remarks, application comment. The mining administration team will collect and review the application forms from all workers on the upcoming Friday, review the applications, and then repost them here. Please check this notice on the following Monday to see if your application has been approved. If the application is approved, the relevant provisions will be delivered to the mining administrative office within 5 working days. You will be required to present your work ID card to collect the provisions. Many request applications for provisions were posted below it haphazardly. Name Andre, requested supplies, pickaxe, maintenance, oil, remarks 3 bottles, cheapest ones are fine and no brand preference, approved. Orga wants some Bellarine petroleum jelly, 1 bottle, the weather here is too dry, I can't stand it, approved. Dude looks like a bruiser, but he's pretty conscious of how his looks. Name Mucha, required supplies, milk, remarks 12, best if it's the Mumu brand. If you don't have it, then forget it. Application comment rejected. Supplies from the top this one don't even have any milk. Where would we even find some for you? And you're specifying the brand. Should we get Yuka Tiao instead? What brand of Tiao? Name Steve. Required supplies. Drinks. Remarks. I want something hard. Application comment rejected. Is rock salt and water hard enough for you? Susanna wants some Bellarine petroleum jelly, 2 bottles, approved. Alex wants a Bellabog sausage, a box, same old, I want the garlic flavored ones, approved. Maybe try something else for a change. I haven't seen you eating anything else other than those sausages. Look, if they're good, then they're good. Can't hate that. Artem wants mine poison antidote, 2 bottles, rejected. We have some for the team, just claim it from your supervisor, okay. If poison antidote was rejected, that would have been awful, but they already had some with him. Variant wants some home geomarrow heater, remarks none. Petition comment rejected. Read your code of conduct again. It says these kinds of stuff is prohibited in the mining area. Do you think our blasting operations are insufficient? Oh, I see. He wanted to take a home geomarrow heater and turn it into an explosive, which apparently you can do, I guess. Which is kind of crazy. Okay, only 2 left, but I'm afraid I'm running out of places to search. 1 more of this, and we'll buy to do not approach. Oh. It was right here all along. Musicians of Bellabog Volume 4. Didn't I decide not to read this right here or something? And it was just over there on this box. Wow. Okay. Oh my god. Well, there's 1 more. Oh, but now that I've found it, it's shuffled into the rest of the books. It's one of the bigger ones. There it is. Musicians of Bellabog. Oh, this is gonna be a big one. A children's story bound in volumes and full of childish innocence. Due to some reason, parts of the series had become lost. Volume 1, Chapter 1. A long time ago, the eternal freeze had just began in Bellabog. The land was not yet fully covered by the heavy snow. All the animals were playing joyfully outside Bellabog. Somewhere far away from Bellabog lived a donkey who wanted to become a musician. One day, the master of the donkey went to him. My old donkey, you hard worked for me your whole life. What kind of dream do you have? The donkey was happy to learn that he might have a chance to fulfill his dream. Nay, 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 my kind master, I want to enter the theater of Bellabog. I want to become a musician. Master nodded and said, a nice dream. Then how about this? I'll send you to the market of Bellabog myself. The donkey answered quickly, nay, 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 the market of Bellabog. Does that place need a musician too? His master laughed. Ha ha ha. What place doesn't require a musician? Come to the backyard tomorrow morning. Don't be late. The old donkey recalled that many of his animal friends taken to the backyard had never returned. Only then did he realize that he was in big trouble. So the donkey packed up supplies and belongings and ran into the dark, snowy night. Wise choice, donkey. More snow fell on its face, and the load it was carrying felt ever heavier. The old donkey felt the cold was hurting even his hooves. Nay, nay, nay. When is this snowstorm going to end? A smart old hound heard the donkey's complaint and yawned as it was lying down behind some tree roots. Woof, woof, woof. Snowstorms won't end. Why run in a rush? Careful, you'll fall. The snow made it hard for the donkey to see, and it had no strength to keep walking, so it hid behind the tree roots with the hound to shelter from the snow. But why would a hound appear in the snow-filled wilderness? The old donkey was intrigued. Nay, nay, thank you, old fella, but why are you lying in snow? Hearing this, the old hound only shook its head. Woof, woof, you're welcome. Snow won't stop, pray or not. Master was not nice, I was to pay the price. No way I could agree, so I had to flee. Oh, I like the rhymes. The old donkey sighed when he heard this. There was nowhere to go in the snowstorm, how could they stay alive? But he immediately thought of a good idea. Nay, 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 listen to me. There's a city called Belobog, and the weather there is very mild. I can play a tune, and you can beat the drum. We'll make the stage our home. The old hound thought it was a great idea. He lolled his tongue in delight, and even the hot vapor of his breath froze into ice flakes. Wow. Woof, woof, woof. Then I'll come with you. Nice. The band has started to form. We got the... Wait, I missed it. Alright, I didn't miss it. I wasn't paying attention. You can play a tune. With what? I'm not sure. But the wolf will... Or not the wolf, the hound will be the drummer. Chapter 3, Volume 3. The two animals walked together in the snow. Suddenly, the hound saw something fluffy by the side of the road. The old hound shook his head, thinking it was a trick of his eyes. Woof, 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 my friend, look over there. Is that a ball of fur? That fluff ball actually reacted to the old hound's words and popped out a pair of ears. Meow, 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 I am no fur ball. The old donkey and hound fixed their eyes and saw the fluff ball was a sad-looking old black cat. I was once a prized rat catcher, but in old age I became a no-good walker. Wanted to toss me yonder, did my old master. Meow, 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 snow's cold all over, where to find food ever? The old donkey shook his head. The old black cat was going to lose its life if no one looked after it. He suddenly remembered that cats like to sing at night, and so he said to the cat, Nay, 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 old Whiskers, worry no more. We head to Belobog, where the weather is mild, you love to sing at night, so we can go to the Golden Theater and sing all right. The old black cat thought for a while, and decided this was not a bad idea. So the old cat flicked its ears and joined the old donkey and hound's journey. Are all of these just gonna be... It's gonna be 3 more volumes of animals joining and then the finale, maybe. With friends on the journey, the trip was more lively. The 3 animals all complained about their masters and their steps were ever faster. Then they heard a voice, agreeing with them in the snow. Cock-a-doodle-doo, what you say is so true. The black old cat led its friends towards the voice and found a rooster screeching on top of a broken fence. Before the 3 friends could speak, the rooster was quick to squeak. Cock-a-doodle. I'm not doing that. I'm not squeaking. Cock-a-doodle-doo. Snow all fell down. Squashed my village gone. Y'all carrying backpacks, looking for a tourist's tracks. The old cat shook its head and answered, Meow, meow, meow. We're in no mood to wander. Belobog right ahead can be found, and its weather's warm all year round. You like to train your voice all day, why not go with us to make a name and stay? The rooster nodded hurriedly and perched on top of the old donkey's back, urging everyone to depart. But soon this loud rooster said something else. Cock-a-doodle-doo. By the way, do you all have the rhyme when you talk normally? Do you all have to rhyme when you talk normally? Woof, woof, woof. You don't talk and rhyme normally either? The old hound tilted its head at the rooster. Cock-a-doodle-doo, I heard you talk like that, so I just copied you all. The other three fans fell silent with not even a whisper for a long time, but yes, Rooster, it is a requirement of the band. The four musical genii finally joined forces. They promised to each other that they will definitely become real musicians when they get to Belobog. However, as they wandered, they accidentally entered the Belobog underworld. Cock-a-doodle-doo, Belobog is so warm, even a bit too hot. The old auntie agreed. Nay, nay, nay. Not only am toasting, I could also use some eating. As the old auntie said this, the four old maids could smell the fragrant scent in the air. The old hound was the most sensitive to smell. It immediately flared its nostrils and led everyone towards the source of the scent. They soon stopped before a majestic building. The old hound put its forelimbs on the door and its tail twirled around like a cartwheel. Woof woof woof, the smell is coming from inside here. Meow meow meow, what goodies does this place have, old auntie? You're the tallest, help us see. The old auntie was about to lift its hoof onto the windowsill to have a better look, but the door of the building opened on its own. Welcome to the local Grand Hotel. Please come inside, guests. A friendly old grandpa answered the door and warmly invited the animal friends to the table. Cock-a-doodle-doo, this is pretty good, and we are hungry. How about it? Wanna go eat something? The old auntie was very happy and replied while lifting its hooves in the air. Nay, 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 that can do. You lot brought money? Woof, 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 no. Meow, 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 no. Cock-a-doodle-doo, no. The four friends stared at each other. They were broke. They had no money. Relatable. Four broke friends is just like every sitcom ever, isn't it? The sixth chapter was written in a thin and elegant hand, as if it was bound at a later date. Interesting. The owner of the hotel saw how the four musicians were in a tight spot. He scratched his chin and soon came up with a good idea. It's okay if you don't have money. If you can put up a good performance, then you can have a feast. The four friends soon realized something. Wasn't this the perfect opportunity to make a name? Then the four friends quickly agreed to the offer. The guests in the hotel all stopped eating and looked at the four animals in the middle of the room, looking forward to the performance. Finally, the four stepped onto the stage. However, there were no instruments here and no drums. How could they have a performance? After a long time, the smartest member had an idea. The old black cat cleared its throat. Meow, meow, meow. Hey, check it out. The blizzard is nigh and we're trapped, no doubt. Our stomachs are grumbling, so food's what we're about. And this rap performance will be our payout. The other three animals immediately understood what the old cat wanted to do. The old donkey knocked on the floor with its hooves, and the old hound and rooster imitated the sound of drums and cymbals with their throats, and made an accompanying beat. Everyone in the room was shocked. They had never heard this type of music before, but were deeply attracted to this lively beat. The hotel owner was also moved and offered a hearty meal to the talented musicians as he had promised. I was kind of concerned for a bit there that they would have no talent. That they would just start like all singing at the same time and it would sound awful off tune. But no, they're actually good musicians, okay. After that, the names of the four old maids spread throughout Belobog. They were even invited by the Supreme Guardian to perform rap at the Golden Theater. Then, the four musicians finally achieved their dream at Belobog and lived happily ever after. This art form called rap continued till today, becoming popular amongst the families living in the underworld. I have a feeling that the next volume true ending is less happy. It seems someone forcibly tore off this sheet of paper from a book. The four poor animals all had rumbling stomachs and had no energy left to think. We can give you a good performance. We can give you a good performance. Would that be enough for a simple meal? The hotel owner thought briefly and smiled kindly to four animals. I didn't take you to be artists. How can I possibly take your money? The four musicians became delighted at this. What a nice owner. And then the owner Let the 4 friends into a private room. That's already highly suspicious. What would you like to eat? Why not come to me, to the kitchen, to have a look? Everyone was too hungry to move, and only the old rooster was still lively. Cock-a-doodle-doo, how wonderful. Everyone sit tight, I'll pick out our dinner. The rooster happily headed to the kitchen with the owner, and the rest of the friends waited patiently in the room. Soon the old hound smelled the scent of food with its sharp nose. Woof woof woof, quick, sniff. This smells delicious. The old donkey had a big nose and it smelled lots of the scent. Nay, 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 indeed. What food could be so tasty? This chicken. The wise old cat tried recalling food it had eaten before. Meow, meow, meow. This is good. It's the scent of animal fat. We're in for a good treat. The owner then returned with a pot of fragrant soup. Friends, enjoy this fowl and ginseng soup. That's how the story The 4 Musicians in Belobog ended. There was a comment at the bottom of the page in elegant handwriting. What kind of ending is this? I'm gonna write an ending for the story myself. And it was the rapper who wrote this, of course. Though this is a much better ending. This was supposed to be a children's book too. What is this terrible ending? Whoever fixed it did a great job. There we go, finally found all of that. I will say Tears of Winterlands was better, but this wasn't bad too. It was fun. It's fun, I imagine, for the kids to imagine all these animals and what it was like before the freeze. But yeah, that ending definitely had to be changed. Felt too German bedtime story like. Ah! What? Anxious woman, what? What are you doing here? What is happening? Go away. Go away. Why is there a woman here? I would be anxious too if I was lost in the fragmentum. Yeah, ignore her please, thank you. Good fragmentum monster. What are you doing? Wait. My little sister, she ran away from home. I've looked everywhere for her, but I can't find her. Are you the older sister of that little girl who was waiting for you? She's always been frail and her eyes... Oh my god, you are. I thought you were dead. Whatever will I do if something happened to her out there? Yeah, I'm a failure of big sister to have let such a thing happen. The girl before you appears very anxious. Also, you better not be a fragmentum illusion. Does this ring any bells? And I give her this box. This is our music box. Listen, my darling sister. How pleasing. Welcome. Go home. Faint smile of comfort lines her trained visage. In an instant that smile fades and dissolves, along with her person, into the fragmentum. Another echo of the cadence lost in the fragmentum. It was. Praise of high morals. I don't feel good though. Okay, yes, so both of the sisters were long dead. They were just echoes. Return the music box found in Rivet Town to its heartbroken owner. Another tragic story, but I did expect as much, at very least, so not as hurt as I could be. Okay, and with that, I've run around the entire Jarillo planet once more. I did not find this final paper, unfortunately, though. From the sounds of it, I really expected to find it in Rivet Town, because Willbite did not approach sounds like a dog, but I don't see any dogs like in the administrative district. So, oh no, it says some robot's life. Okay, it's probably somewhere underground. I think I will look this one up later to find it, because it took a long time to run around the entire place, but I'm glad I did it. because I found a lot of stuff that I missed. I was like a surprising amount. I really did not expect so many interactions. And it's still not even done, I think, because I need to go back to that mysterious person in the old weapons testing ground. I think I need to find her like once or twice more, probably. So yeah, I'm glad I did this. But I will just look up where to find that paper. I really don't want to have to run through the whole place again. It was too much. But as for now, thank you so much for watching. And I have nothing else to say. See you next time.